Alright, so here we are on week 5, but I think this is going to be kind of a monthly vlog going forward, unless, I don't know, if there's significant changes, side effects, anything that comes up. So, kind of go over some goals I'm going to set for myself this week and this current month, which is March. So I'm going to go over the material, the ADHD, just go through those lessons, finish up that book. I'm going to look for more CBT books that I find useful, finish that educational course, and kind of another goal I'm going to have for myself is that I do occasionally make like photography videos or day in the life videos, and I upload those to YouTube. What I like to try and do is actually just make some songs that I can put into those videos. So I'm going to set myself a goal this month to make 2 songs, just instrumental songs, but something I can use in the background of these YouTube videos that I upload. And I'm going to get that done this month. That's my goal. Outside of that, well, yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Okay, so finish the research and education, make 2 songs, and just make this into a monthly vlog, assuming nothing else changes. But I think that's about it for the start of this video. Alright, just want to do a quick little update. So yesterday I finally got around to working on a song. I think that went well. It did take me quite a long time to do just 1 minute's worth of a song. I think it was, more than 3 hours. But I did want to kind of update, is like this week I've been feeling kind of, I don't know, blurry would be the term, like a brain fog. Feel it's a little bit harder to focus this week. I still am getting around to my schedule of researching ADHD, CBT, and all that. I still, for the most part, I'm sticking to that, but I don't know, kind of feel less focused than I was prior. So I'm not sure if the novelty has worn off at this point, or maybe I'm not getting enough sleep, but yeah, just feeling kind of off this week. Anyways, just a brief little update. Good morning. It is Monday, the 11th, March 11th. So I didn't get around to uploading a video yesterday, Sunday, because I've been releasing kind of weekly videos. I have decided to kind of just make this a second month vlog instead of a fifth, I guess the 5th vlog. So instead of releasing every week, it's going to be once a month, or if there's any other kind of updates, in which case today's definitely an update. So as I mentioned in the last video, kind of felt like I hit a point where I kind of really didn't feel the effects of being focused in or losing clarity. I mean, I feel like I kind of have like a kind of a brain fog going on. I don't have that same kind of feeling of focus and clarity, and I don't know if it's just, I've been getting less sleep, or if I just hit a plateau. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna just refocus on getting more sleep, going back to focusing on researching and all of that again. Just kind of see where I'm at and touch base. I mean, it would kind of suck that I didn't quite get to a point where I felt like I had this extreme focus. I felt like I had better focus, not at the level I was expecting or hoping. And if I've never reached that point and I hit a plateau and that's the absolute highest I'm gonna get, I don't know. Well, for one, in terms of medication, if that means that I should pursue a higher strength or a different type of medication, kind of just gonna have to wait and see for, I don't know, a couple weeks. And I say a couple weeks because I have a doctor's follow-up appointment. Wait, I think that's actually at the end of this week. So I guess we'll see at the end of this week and see how that goes. But yeah, that's just kind of my update. I just kind of feel that I've lost the superpower, or the superpower is dulled. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. I did get around to, moving things around. Finally got the storage stuff out of the room. I actually moved that back down to the garage where it used to be, but it was all cluttered up. I just invested in some more shelving units so that it could be a little bit more organized and still have space in the garage. I like this. It does feel a little bit more open. I need to add some more posters to the walls though and make it a little bit more colorful. But yeah, that's my update for now. If anything else changes, I'll let you know. All right, so quick little update. It's been a few days since that last video I recorded. So I mentioned that I felt a little less focused in a few things that I've been considering. For one, I did kind of up my melatonin to get to sleep at night, and per my recollections, when I used to do that a lot to get to sleep and I did too many melatonins consecutively every night, I would be pretty tired and just out of it. So I think the use of a lot of melatonin and sleep aids has probably contributed to a little bit of the lack of focus. That's not to say though that I'm also considering, when I meet with my doctor this Friday, to see if I can increase the dosage of the Strattera and see how that goes. Because I mean, yes, I have been a little bit more tired and out of it because possibly the melatonin, but also I never quite hit that level of focus that I know actually feel like I'm medicated, if that makes any sense, versus if I've just been more or that I've been more, working harder on just being focused. So in which case, yeah, possibly request my medication to be increased, and we'll see how that goes. And so kind of to wrap things up and summarize that, I'm going to try and actually lower my sleeping aid and just try and get natural sleep. And usually I have to wait for the weekend to do that, where sleep is not at all a priority. Yeah, just kind of reset my clock, if you will, on the weekend. Kind of start off next week trying to be as natural as possible and just getting to sleep without a sleeping aid. Also seeing if I can increase my dosage with Strattera with my doctor. We'll see how that goes, and I'll add or update you on anything else new. It is Monday the 18th of March. Kind of a quick update. Last Friday, had an appointment with my doctor. Was able to check my blood pressure, which seems to be fairly under control. Discussed the possibility of increasing my Strattera strength to 100 milligrams, which I was able to do. I believe I mentioned in my last video that kind of felt like I plateaued in a way. I was just kind of discussing all that with the doctor, and they didn't really argue. I was able to get my medication increased, and so today, this morning, I'll be starting with 100 milligrams of Strattera, and we'll see where that goes. As you can tell, I got a lot of medication. I really need to probably start doing vitamins and other supplements, so I'm not just putting chemicals in my body. Oh, I should update on the sleep. So I did mention also that this weekend I will be doing, I don't know the proper way to say it, like a purge of sleeping aids. So no longer doing melatonin. Reason for that is, well, kind of was feeling a little bit hazy. Too many nights of using melatonin to fall asleep and then waking up just kind of out of it. Yeah, all weekend I didn't use any melatonin. This whole week I plan to not use any kind of sleeping aid and just practice healthy sleeping habits. There it is, 100 milligrams, which I believe is the maximum dosage. So just got to pay attention to any kind of side effects, as usual. Update on any kind of changes. In regards to how things are going, yeah, the focus seemed a little less than when I first started. Maybe it was the ambition of, change in life and excited to make that change and focusing on it and setting up goals, and maybe the whole novelty wore off. Although that feels like the case, I still have to kind of walk away with the knowledge that I've been able to get a lot done. Finished multiple books, finally got around to checking out the local library and checking out a few other books. I did find a new book on CBT. It was just this one. Not advertising, obviously, because, well, I'm not sponsored in any way. Just checking this out. So far, I like it. It's definitely a shortened version from the other book that I got, kind of repeating principles and theories, which I guess is kind of helpful to just kind of solidify what I learned in the last book, and it's simplified in a way to follow through with the process, which might make things a lot easier. I do have to say the value of learning CBT, because it really pounds it in there that you got to pay attention to your thoughts, make you more aware of what your thought patterns are. That is the beginning of trying to change your thoughts, is becoming aware of them. I have to say that has helped in many ways along this whole process. Starting a new medication, trying to start a new life, I guess. I'm going to continue with that, see where it goes. I'm going to continue with this new prescription strength, and see where that goes. Yeah, I'll update you on anything that changes. Yeah. By the way, if you're wondering why I have such a baby face now, well, I used the wrong length of razor, so I had to trim things down quite a bit. I'll see you when I see you. All right, it is the end of the month. So this is the second month of using Strattera. So I just got done watching all my previous ADHD vlogs, just so I can get just kind of a feel of how things have been going, so I can kind of summarize for this video. So I guess first, let's kind of go over the sleep issues. I did finally get off of using some sleeping aids. I mean, that was a smart choice. If you use too much sleeping aids too often, yeah, you're gonna get a little fuzzy. Kind of problem that ended up happening kind of midway through the month is, well, I kind of have a schedule of like getting some meal preps done, and I didn't get my meal preps done in time, which caused me to go to bed a lot later, and that kind of spiraled out of control to I started getting a lot less sleep. On average, probably losing about 1 to 2 hours of sleep that I was getting previously. So I need to get that back on track. That really messed a lot of things up, because I kind of realized that what was really helping me a lot for that first month was a schedule of doing things at a particular time of the day. But then if I'm not getting enough sleep, that schedule gets thrown out the window, and the focus and priority of that schedule just goes to trash if you don't get enough sleep. So that's the lesson. Sleep is priority. And when that schedule did get thrown out the window, so did all the techniques that I was using to help with the ADHD also went out the window. So it's been a struggle the last few weeks. I definitely haven't been feeling like, I definitely feel like I'm not my best, especially if I compare it to the first month. And so get back on schedule, get to sleep on time, and just kind of go over again all those techniques that were helping. Oh, yeah, so this month I was able to increase my dosage to 100 milligrams of Strattera daily. That hasn't really helped on the focus part because, like I mentioned, I mean, lack of sleep and my schedule thrown out the window did really help. But I believe I did feel and still feel some of these side effects. Like I am getting some headaches every now and then, a little bit of nausea. So I'm just kind of holding out to see if any of that tapers off. Well, I don't really generally get headaches often, so I do believe that was a side effect. So I did have a few goals when I first started. One is researching ADHD techniques, cognitive behavioral therapy, and that educational course. Some problems is that I finished the material. I got to go back and research it and just kind of like just set it in the memory and just, commit to that. And then there was a bit of a discouragement when it came to that educational course, which at the end of it would have been like a certification of some sort. And so I started off watching the video of the educational course, and at the very end of it, I didn't really feel like I was prepared to do any testing because I actually tried out some mock tests for that educational course or the certification, and I completely bombed that one. So I don't think that educational video was very helpful. And so I went on to the actual program, certification, whatever it is. I went on to the official site and they offered some educational courses there, which was free. And I thought, okay, great, I'll just go through that and then pay for the certification, which is $300. And then fortunately at the end of that, I found out that to go for the certification, you first have to pass their mandatory education course, which is not free. That education course is $300. So I have to not only pay $300 for the certification, I have to pay the mandatory training cost of $300. That's $600. So I got a little discouraged on that, but I really have not given up on it. I do want to still continue with that, but I gotta kind of budget around that cost. So yeah, just kind of an update. This whole month's been kind of discouraging. I felt like I was making some progress on the first month, and then this month came around and kind of feel like I took a few steps back. But I do think I have a plan. Is just get back to getting a healthy sleep schedule and back to my schedule. And definitely practicing those ADHD techniques. I mentioned on a few of those vlogs that How to ADHD book. I was reading those the toolboxes. When I was practicing those toolboxes, I was doing really good. And then everything just kind of slipped. So I just got to get back to all of that. Anyway, so that's going to be kind of my goals going on to the third month. It's kind of getting back into the groove again. And so that's just kind of the update. It's just on these kind of voyages, these adventures, you kind of have to expect that you're not always going to be on top. You're going to have to, sometimes you fall down the hill and you just got to get up and keep climbing back up. That's kind of the whole purpose of accomplishing your goals. Sometimes you don't always get there successfully. Sometimes you do have to, take a step back and work hard to get back on path. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's just I gotta get back on my path. Anyways, yeah. I will see you. I'll see you next month. And until then, yeah, take care and bye.